Hello, my dear astro lovers. Good to see you today. So, this is a little bit of astro news and much, much more. It's not just another video on astrology, it's the video on astrology. We are living a very powerful moment. You probably heard about it. It's solar flares, it's hurricanes, it's the Atlas that is passing. So, a lot is happening energetically. Some people are saying that will be a planetary ascension happening. So, yeah, a lot. It's a powerful week. Those are powerful times. So, let's start with the chart of today. We have the moon in Aquarius, okay? The moon in Aquarius in a conjunction with Pluto. Passing it, of course, it will be quick. The conjunction will not last for long, but still it's important when the moon passes over Pluto and gets washed away. Every time the moon crosses Pluto gets washed away by the power of Pluto, which is kind of like the pest control a little bit. So it's like a pure detox. And now this moon is in an opposition next to Pluto to Jupiter in Cancer, because it's opposite side of the chart, as they are both in the initial degrees of Aquarius. This is always big, even though it's quick, because the moon will be quick, but Jupiter and Pluto, as they are in this conversation, it's like a pull to one side and attachments and being cleanse away the attachments. It's a lot like that, because in Cancer we are moving in our internal waters. So the old stuff, the things that were there for such a long time are now being purged. This is just one aspect. But yeah, let me look into the chart. So there is an interesting interaction between this moon and Uranus. Of course, whenever we have Uranus, it's like activations happening and random things happening, and the unexpected might happen. And when we talk about the air signs, and specifically now about Aquarius, we are talking about the internet, we are talking about the collectives, the networks, all of these connections, all of these interactions, communities, all of that is being highlighted. Okay, so many new things can happen at this moment right now under this lunation in Aquarius. Aquarius kind of represents the concept of new humanity, where digital is there, but also communities are united and everybody gets a voice. So it's not like one leader, no, it's a teamwork in a way. And it's a teamwork for humanity, for whatever is the belief in this case, because you'll see people uniting for different reasons. But it's always about community, it's always about humanity, it's always about helping. It's detached from the ego. Aquarius and Leo are opposites, and Leo rules the heart, the center. Aquarius, it's the collective, so it's the whole. Of course, there is no Leo without Aquarius and no Aquarius without Leos. Like that just doesn't exist. Because they always need to integrate the other side. So Mercury is about to enter Sagittarius, or just entered Sagittarius, which is amazing. So we know that Sagittarius goes through exploration. So this is an excellent time to explore, either to travel or to go on exploration journeys on your country, on your land, on your inner self. You can do exploration journeys in so many ways. But Sagittarius is about that exploration, going from the intellectual mind, Gemini, to the experience level, the Sagittarius. So going deep into what you already reflected on and embodying it, fully living it. So it's also about truth seeking, so also about truth speaking. Yeah, all of these Sagittarius, wild, free, curious, but doesn't stay on the surface. Goes and sees what is really there. It's not just, I would love to go to Japan. No, with Sagittarius, you go to Japan, you see what Japan is. And then maybe you go somewhere else completely different, and it's all okay, and everything comes together. So yeah, this is also an interesting movement right now, because we know that Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So then it always comes back to Jupiter in Cancer, and how Jupiter in Cancer is playing a major, huge role in this year. I told about this in a video a long time ago, not a long time ago, a few months ago, about what is Jupiter in Cancer. And Jupiter in Cancer has been impacting us so much. Maybe you are not aware of astrology, maybe you are not so much connected to your emotions, but maybe you'll agree if I ask you if in these last months, since June, you haven't felt more sensitive. You haven't felt more in your body from different ways. Maybe it's through pain, or maybe it's because you feel more sensitive, or external things happen that make you feel more connected to your emotions. So, this is how it works. If you don't choose it, but you have to work it, it will come to you whether you want it or not. So many times it's through pain, but it can be softer if you acknowledge. And this topic of emotions is so big. And having Jupiter in Cancer for this whole year, it's super big, especially when we are also closing a cycle in the water signs, the other water signs, meaning Saturn in Pisces closing its cycle, Neptune in Pisces closing its 15-year cycle. So it's a lot about closing and beginning and closing and cleaning. And with Pisces, we purge, we purify the waters. It's like the cleanest waters, but the tears need to come. Many times the tears need to come. And this is what Jupiter in Cancer helps us too, because Cancer represents the mother, the feminine, the lunar. So even maybe we are more sensitive to the moon right now, because this energy is being expanded. So this is not just woo-woo stuff that it's up there and it's super random. No, this is really happening. And yet we have so many interesting things happening. So all these planetary movements are picking up in a lot of stuff. So when Mercury enters Scorpio, it will oppose Uranus in Gemini, still in Gemini, but in the last degree, almost going back into Taurus. And this is major. So when Uranus it's opposite to Mercury, Mercury represents the lower mind, Uranus represents the higher mind. So it's like both minds in a collision versus an union. So this is also about union. When we have an opposition, we can see it as a split, but we can also see it as the coming together of these two energies that are much complementary. Okay, so yeah, oppositions with Uranus are always unexpected things. And Mercury is about communication. Mercury is about travels, it's about how to spread the message, ideas, thoughts, any types of communication, telepathically, but to be telepathic has to be connected directly from Uranus. And Uranus is this lightning bolt, this spark, electricity, energy. Okay, so already this says a lot. Problems with electricity, communications could happen. Okay, anything can happen, and astrology is very subjective, can be interpreted in so many different ways, and it can be so much precise. Like the more you know about the topic, that's what makes a great astrologist in a way, the ones that can read very deeply into the moment, into the tiniest detail. I'm not one of those, okay, and I also don't feel like doing that type of statement right now, because I also feel that things can change, and that things change depending on the frequency that you are in on the consciousness that you are in. So things can be so subjective in that sense. They are not just one level and that's it. No, there are so many layers, and so many ways that these energies can play out. Same thing as in your astrology chart, because you'll have the same chart all over your life. It's the same chart, and yet so many things so different and so similar happen at the same time. But if you go into the detail, you'll see that there is a common thread to all of them. And this is what we see with astrology. So also tomorrow, Moon in Aquarius is trigoning, is in a trining with Venus in Libra. Okay, so Libra, we know Venus in Libra is like, yeah, just take me. I just want to do some videos and be a goddess and enjoy myself. And especially with Aquarius, this could be a lot about videos, actually, like technology, social media, but also connections, interactions, connections with friends, community, like new things happening, things are moving, you are feeling maybe more curious, more creative, more inspired, maybe in love with your life. Like you can take this moment of Venus in Libra to fall in love with your life, because Libra is about love and romance. And as a Libra myself, like life is so much flavorful when I am in love. And when I mean I am in love, I'm not meaning in love with an actual person, but in love with life, in love with, yeah, everything, being grateful. Basically, it's about gratitude. And on the 2nd of November, so already in the beginning of this new month that is going to be super powerful, I'm not going to do spoilers about it. Venus in Libra will square Jupiter in Cancer. We are already feeling this, but the peak is on the 2nd of November. The 2nd of November being Monday. So this will happen on Monday or Sunday, maybe Sunday. Yeah, maybe that. But yeah, the what I want to say about this, what is like the juice that comes out of it, is that, you know, that Venus in Libra comes with this goddess, with this donzella attitude, like Cinderella, like, hello, I am here today. How are you? I'm so interested in hearing what you have to say. And it's like flirting a little bit with life, and it's so much fun and and romance, flirt, seduction, talks, interesting people, interesting things. But Jupiter in Cancer has different plans for you. Jupiter in Cancer wants you to go within. Jupiter in Cancer wants you to have all these flirtations, this seduction, this curiosity, this romance, but it is not for the romance itself, it's for you to experience the feeling of it. It's for you to be more tied to your feeling rather than just in your mind daydreaming or fantasizing about something. So the example, like imagine if this was a scene about explaining this energy, will be like, I'm Venus in Libra and I'm just here looking into life and how beautiful it is. And then suddenly comes this Jupiter in Cancer and like, wake up, there is stuff to do. I have something for you. I have a surprise for you. You haven't even imagined what is. And you are like, what? Wow, but is it a good surprise? Is it, what is it? And Jupiter is in Cancer is like, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. You have to wait. And now you have to wait. You have to focus on yourself. You have to listen, and you are like, no, but I want to hear the surprise. What's the surprise? And you start to overthink about the surprise and all of that. And Jupiter in Cancer sends you something like, no, it's about you right now. Look at what you are feeling right now. How are you feeling? How are you handling this not knowing what the surprise is? What is being activated in you? Are you really feeling? Or were you stuck into that, like, yeah, which is amazing. I'm not telling you to not do so, but the call here is to come from here to here, especially when we are romanticizing or fantasizing about romance, about life, relationships. This is a call for the feeling instead of just the idea. So let's say, for instance, bringing examples again, that you are so much like in love with this person and feel so interested in this person and so curious and like to flirt with them. But every time like you talk to them, you feel anxious, you feel like you never know. I don't know, it feels weird. So pay attention to that feeling. And that's the call of the Jupiter in Cancer. But also saying that whatever feeling is, it will be expanded because Jupiter expands, grows. So the seeds you plant now matter because they will grow. And here you are seeing how much water will I use to water those seeds. And this is the water of Cancer. So how much water, how much emotion will you pour into this thought or into this idea or into this connection or conversation or interest or whatever it is? So thoughts and emotions. So even Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this, the brain heart coherence. And that's why many times we are not manifesting, because we are idealizing about something, but then in our bodies we are not feeling fully ready or fully present or fully connected. And so how can we manifest? So all of these things matter, okay? And there is a lot to say about this and astrology itself and combining the two together. And if you want to hear me talking more about this, just share, comment, like, subscribe, support my work. I would love to hear if you are there, what are your thoughts on this, all of that. Sending a hug.